Hello, I'm just gonna do a video for myself. So, basically, what I wanted to go over is how I can find important liquidity, or liquidity overall, or more confirmation that the liquidity is good to be taken to then reversal. So, for example, in this move here, let's say, we're bullish, but we have no idea on this move here where we're gonna trace to, where we're gonna go up, or we're gonna go to the 50%. We have no clue. We can just guess, right? We can draw the Fed and we can mark out liquidities. But what I wanted to show you is where you can start to look for liquidity. So I'm gonna take this volume profile tool. You see I've already drawn out the lines of the high value areas, which we have here. What I wanted to show you is where we have the a high value area. I want to see if we have liquidity underneath, which we almost always have. In this case, it's gonna be this one. And basically, when we take the liquidity up, we want to look for if we have any reversal patterns in the lower time frames, right? So we're only using this as a higher time frame liquidity search, or whatever you're gonna call it. I'm just gonna show some random examples. Let's go to replay and take a random bar. Oh my god. Okay. I'll take external or electronic, I mean. So let's take we can take any swing point at all, but I really don't think I'm gonna try it here in the video if this is gonna work with like a big fair value gap, a big, as you can see. Which no, it doesn't, because there's no volume in here. There's not anything happening here. So I guess that's not a place where it would be good to apply it. So let's just take any swing point. Let's take this move here. Do this move here, and to be clear, this is not like a magical thing or whatever. It's just something to help, right? And then you would want to draw out here. I want to add these numbers. Okay, didn't really help. You want to draw out the high value areas every single peak, right? And not these ones. That's a peak. This is a peak. I don't have to draw it out. It's already there. This is a peak. This whole area, you can say. This, yeah, and that's basically everything. So when we're on our way down, let's say we want to look for a continuation. We would want to look for, let's see here. Okay, so above this line, the first liquidity we have is gonna be, let's just remove this now. It's gonna be this one, right? I'm gonna start from the top to the bottom. It's gonna be this one. That's our liquidity for that one. For this line, pretty obvious, this one. We could actually go further down, further here, and see, yeah, we did actually take this liquidity and react here. We took this liquidity as well. As you can see, it doesn't matter. For this line, it's gonna be these ones, these equal highs, which are very, very nice. We had a small reaction of these to the tick, yeah. And for this line, why is it all the way here? Whoa. Let's see, for this line, it's gonna be, well, it's actually pretty unclear. And I would like to go down to the lower time frames, but because it's replay, I can't. But I mean, you could This is cherry picking, obviously, but you could use the top of the order block as a liquidity. Very cherry picked, I know. Maybe you should be picking. I mean, all the way up here. This one. But yeah, and the same with this one here. Down here, our liquidity is gonna be also pretty unclear, but I would say this high, right? And that's basically how you can use these two. And to, as you can see, I'm just being objective. I'm not like cherry picking anything here. I'm just taking the liquidity that's most suitable for the levels that I got. Everything is objective, except for, you know, these are hard to define which liquidities are gonna be high probable or not. And maybe that's the reason for that. Maybe that's like why we don't get like a big reaction. We did get a reaction here, I can see. But basically, yeah, and we're gonna actually extend this line. So we got a mean reaction from here, got a reaction from there. Is equal high, so we got a reaction up, down. We got a reaction not from this liquidity, which is fine, you know, because you also always have to go to lower time frames to make sure you're correct, right? And then we got this liquidity, and this where was the ultimate liquidity, as you can see. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to go over some more examples, I think, or backtest. I mean, examples. I'm gonna go further back. Okay, 2019 again. So let's take the swing high. And when we have accumulation at the swing highs, I would actually like to take the start of the accumulation to get a real definition of the volume. So we're gonna try this first. Draw the high areas, high volume areas. There, we're gonna move it down a couple of ticks. Then we have this big thing, which is basically the most important thing, as you can see. And it's pretty interesting because there would be no need for me to draw out all of these small ones, because we have, like, if we're gonna take this liquidity, we're obviously gonna take this one as well. If we don't, it's fine. That's not really what I want to look for. But this is, I would say this is our area. So basically above these highs, either we react from this high, or react from this high, or sorry, this high, because it's also some high volume areas here, or we react from these highs. And why I take all of these highs and not mark out these ones, because the first above this one is here, right? These are so close to each other that I don't think I would like wanna just take this one and not this one. But yeah, I'm not sure. Whatever. We got some shop here, but honestly, not really, because we had reacted at market open the day. But yeah, that's another example. Let's take one more, and once again, we just, is this the same? Another one. Okay. Let's take a swing high to swing low. Let's take this one. Okay. Pretty good example, I think, because we would have no idea where to retrace from, right? So we have this area, pretty obvious, right? We have this peak right here, pretty obvious as well. This one as well, and then yeah, we have this small, but I'm not gonna count that. Just because it's small, nothing else. Not because, like, I don't see anything that's matching with it. I just don't want to count it because it's too small, right? Just to be clear. And then we have this all the way here, but Um, um, let's say like this. As a general rule of thumb, we don't want to enter in a heavy discount, right? If we want to go short, we don't want to enter here. So I think it's pretty obvious why we don't look at this. But this first liquidity we have above it is this one, pretty obvious, which we actually didn't tap. We have this order block instead, and yeah, maybe we could have used that order block as an entry or as a array. And maybe that's a good thing to do, but I don't know yet because I'm just studying this. Or maybe this is the swing hack I want to look for. Either way, we're still going down to lower time frames to confirm if it's gonna be a good entry or not. So it doesn't matter. We don't have to like take a chance. I actually want to see these levels or if they're gonna do anything. So of these levels, we have this liquidity here. Obvious, right? We could take the ultimate or the high as well, but let's just take this one just for the sake of the thing strategy. We have this high, we have this high, or let's take, or no, yeah, it's this high. We have to be precise. I think, yeah, or maybe you could say it's this high, but because all of these are so close together, we would use this high. And then we have the high that are already marked right there. And we can remove these things. Let's play price and see if we're doing anything. These lines. I mean, eventually we're gonna reach them. Hopefully soon. I don't have the patience. 3%. Speed something up here. Okay. So let's see. First line. And we want to look for a reaction in low time frames, obviously. And we also want to have like a narrative. I mean, as you can see here, the narrative is probably to take these highs. But we still want to look for these lines if they're going to do anything. Part of the backtesting. So nothing on the first line, or I mean, we can't see anything on lower time frames, but because we displaced this heavily through it, I'm not counting this in. Nothing through the second as well. The third though looks like we're having a reaction. And that's where you want to go to lower time frames to look. Then we have the fourth line. I also think that was the high, yeah. Let's see if these lines actually support as further resistant to move down, which funnily enough they seem to be doing. Could be a thing to study as well. That's almost scary, right? Yeah. But that's the idea of the whole thing, basically. Use volume profile and the liquidity above or underneath them. Yeah.